Not bad, girl.
Whoa, 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 stop, stop. I need a break. Zombies can go through doors now? It's not fair, yo. It's spooky. I'm almost scared of opening doors now. But it's just a video game. It's not like it can happen in real life. I mean, that would be wacky, right? Ah, come on.
Resident Evil 2.
After the massive success of Resident Evil, everything changed. Your life, my life, it was all changed. Even if you weren't born yet, your life was still changed. A ton of copycats and clones were made, trying to cater to the same audience. Silent Hill was born and evolved the horror genre in new and spooky ways. And of course, when something succeeds, you gotta make a sequel to it. Resident Evil 2 was bigger, more bombastic, higher production value, more refined. I mean, look at these cutscenes. This is way more bonkers. Yeah, there's no more live action stuff, so it's less goofy. The voice acting isn't perfect, but it's much better. So it's less goofy. What I'm trying to say is that for the time, this was some pretty impressive stuff, yo. The game was kind of different at first. One of the protagonists, Leon, was the same, but the other one was a woman named Elsa Walker. It was like 70% finished, but then they said nah and got rid of all of it. This version is called Resident Evil 1.5 by fans. It, along with the final version, were directed by Hideki Kamiya. He would often have disagreements with Shinji Mikami. I mean, yeah, who would want to listen to him? He's just some guy who would eventually create a small and random game called Devil May Cry. No big deal. This is when Leon wasn't as badass as he will be in the future, but he's still pretty cool. But we play as Claire. That's right, there's only ladies in this trilogy. Kind of. We'll play as Leon in the remake. 2 months after the events of the first game, Claire arrives at Raccoon City to search for her brother. He's gone missing. Who is he, you ask? Oh, it's just Chris Redfield. Not important.
No! Don't go!
I guess he didn't call his sister after he survived the first game. He was too busy going to the gym. Gotta get these muscles. She stopped at a local diner, but it's suspiciously empty? Well, you know, except for this nice zombie.
Look, I'm sorry I bothered you, okay? Just don't come any closer. Are you listening?
It doesn't look too good for her. She's probably dead. In the meantime, Leon also arrives in town. Remember when Leon was a ginger? He came to work because it's his first day as a police officer. And it's going to be wild, guys. Not every cop can say they shot someone on their first day. But that's exactly what Leon does when a bunch of zombies try to ambush him.
What was that? What are these things? Alright, that's far enough. Don't move!
You see? Here it makes sense when Leon tells them not to move. He still doesn't know what he's dealing with. For all he knows, they might be some weirdos who really want to give him a hug. But it does not make sense when he does it in Resident Evil 6. It's like he forgot what a zombie is. I'm going to make fun of it when we get there. Leon shoots as many as he can. Eventually, he happens to run into Claire and saves her from the zombie attacking her.
Wait! Don't shoot!
Get down! We can't stay out here. Head to the police station. It'll be a lot safer. There! Buckle up.
Okay.
Instead of getting the hell out of here and maybe calling for help, They go even deeper into the town, towards the police station. They get to know each other a bit, and Leon does what every smooth talker does, and shows her his gun. No, not that one. This one. Everything is fine until a zombie jump scares them from behind. I guess he got in the car while Leon was shooting the other zombies? But why did he wait up until now to attack? Was he sleeping? Can zombies even sleep? The situation gets much worse when a zombie truck driver decides to run into them. So that's inconvenient. They get out in time and get separated in the cool explosion. Everything's on fire. Both of them head to the police station, and now the game truly begins.
Claire!
Leon!
I'm okay. Head to the station. I'll meet you there.
Okay.
You start on the streets, surrounded by tons of zombies. I would call this a bad design choice, because you have no time to get used to the controls, and that's kind of bad. But I guess they thought that anyone who's playing this probably played the first one, so they already know how to play. They wanted to get straight into the action. They also wanted to reinforce the idea of helplessness. I'm assuming. There's too many of them. You can't win. You just have to run. And in general, you should avoid combat as much as possible. You don't want to touch these zombies. They're kind of smelly. Don't be fooled by all of the fire and fancy explosions. This is still a classic survival horror game. You should only fight when there's no other choice. Even more so in this game. On the one hand, there is more action here. There's more enemies, but also more ammo, I think. On the other hand, the more you fight, the higher the chances a zombie will touch you. Without consent. There's consequences to being hit too much. Obviously you will lose HP, but you'll also start moving slower, which will make it easier for the zombies to get you, which in turn will make you even weaker and slower. So that's not really good. Claire runs inside of a gun store in order to take shelter, and also that's literally the only place you can go.
Freeze! Who are you? What are you doing here?
Don't shoot! I'm a human!
If you're playing as Leon, he's holding a shotgun instead of a crossbow. I don't know why this change exists.
Sorry about that, babe. I thought you were one of them.
What's going on in this town?
Hold on.
Don't call me babe. And why are you only now locking the door? Hey, listen man, can I take this with me? I'm kind of low on ammo, and you've got a lot of it, so... So, is that a yes? Yeah, I think I'll take it, thanks. Claire comes equipped with a lockpick, meaning she can open some stuff that Leon can't. I mean he can, but he has to find special keys, which take space in the inventory. I guess she's also
the master of unlocking.
Thankfully, there's no difference in their inventory space. Both of them have 8 slots. Chris only had 6 because he needed room for his big boulder punching muscles. The whole city is pretty much fucked. There are zombies over here, there are zombies over there. This is even worse than my neighborhood, and people got stabbed here. And I have smelly neighbors. She eventually finds the police station, and now the game truly begins. Besides the Spencer Mansion from the first game, this is probably the most iconic location in the franchise. Like before, most of the doors are locked, and we need to solve puzzles in order to progress. Look, I get why the mansion had weird and random puzzles. It was intentionally built this way. It was intended to be a death trap. But why is it like that in a police station? The game tries to explain it by claiming that originally this building served as a museum. But that doesn't explain anything. Did they think that every museum has puzzles like this? It's a museum, not an escape room. We quickly find the last remaining cop, Marvin.
Hang in there. Are you the only officer left in the building?
Who are you?
Claire Redfield. I'm looking for my brother Chris.
We lost contact with him over 10 days ago. Chris, Jill, Barry. Every last STARS team member has disappeared. We should have listened to them.
No, not Barry.
Yeah.
He explains that after the first game, the STARS members tried to tell everyone that Umbrella's been making zombies, but nobody believed them. Because believing that a major corporation can turn people into mindless puppets who only want to consume is a ridiculous notion. What is this chicanery?
This chicanery?
Marvin was bitten, and because he's a good guy, he forces Claire to leave him behind, before he turns into a zombie and attacks her. Claire starts searching around. What was that? Claire starts searching around. What is that?
What is it?
Blood.
These are the lickers. I'm sure you can guess why they're called that. The lickers are like the hunters from the previous game. Minus the fucking attack that can kill you in one hit, they're much more dangerous than the zombies. I'm actually surprised that they're introduced so quickly. They're the second enemy type you meet. They are tough, but they can't see anything because they have a big brain instead of eyes. And they can lick you really hard. You should avoid them as much as possible. You don't want to be licked by them. It's not like being licked by a cat, you know. We find Stars' office, along with Chris's desk. He left his diary, I guess he forgot to take it with him. He wrote about how he talked to his chief. He tried to tell him about the first game, but the stupid bastard wouldn't listen. Because everything blew up, there's no evidence left. I told you this would happen. Jill and Barry helped Chris find information about a new virus. The G virus, which is what infected everyone in this game. First it was T, now it's G. Eventually they got tired of everyone not believing them, so they decided to just stop the alphabet virus themselves. They flew to Umbrella HQ, in the very specific location of Europe. He didn't say anything to Claire in order to protect her. That's nice, I guess, but he could have at least called her in these 2 months just to say hi or something. I think this is Jill's desk. She has a picture of a man who is probably her boyfriend. Yeah, Chris and Jill are just friends. Besides finding out that Chris has gone to Europe and that he's being cucked, Claire also finds a grenade launcher. If you play as Leon, you find a shotgun instead. There's a photo of the STARS members. Ah, that's so wholesome. Too bad most of them are dead. More importantly, you can also find Wesker's desk. If you press the use key, like 50 times, you'll find a secret photo. I'm not going to call him a P. Diddler. Rebecca is 18, but I guess he likes those tomboys.
The one and only.
As we're about to leave, someone sends notes using some ancient alien technology, known as a fax machine. It's a message to Chris, but he's not really available right now, so we're gonna take a look at that. Chris reported his chief and an internal investigation was conducted. They found that he's a bit of a naughty boy. Not only did he receive bribes from Umbrella, which means he knew about what happened in the first game, but intentionally interfered with Chris's investigation of Umbrella. He also touched some women without consent, so you know, he's not really a good person. At least when the zombies touch you, it's because they want to eat you in a non-sexual way. Let's see how you like my grenade launcher. Bam! Ha! Not so tough now. Ah, shit! I still killed them. At least I don't need to worry about the zombies on the outside. Of course this happens. How come the protagonists aren't getting infected when zombies bite them? Like every other person in these games. Is it because of plot armor? Like last time, each of the protagonists gets their own side character. This time, they're not just here for comic relief.
Whoa!
They're more serious and have more significance to the plot. Like Ada. There was a note written about her in the previous game, but we didn't know who she was. She only appears in Leon's story, so we won't see her. Instead of all of that bullshit, we get a little girl as our side character.
Help me!
Her name is Sherry. For now she just runs away, because she doesn't really want to be eaten by zombies. What a coward, am I right? Oh, and you know about Mr. X? The improved version of the final boss in the previous game? The Gigachad who wears a fedora in the remake? Yeah, we're also not going to see him. He doesn't chase after Claire, because he only likes men, I guess. But it's okay, we'll see someone much creepier instead.
I am the one who knocks.
We go after the little girl and find Leon. He also made it inside of the station.
Leon!
Claire, you made it!
Yeah. Have you seen a little girl around here?
Have you seen a little girl?
Yeah, you just missed her. Who is she?
I don't know. But it's too dangerous for her to stay here alone. Leon, I'll go look for her. You go and find us a way out of here.
Of course. But before I forget, here's a radio.
What's that? Huh. Radio.
This is where Claire pretty much forgets about finding her brother and just focuses on finding Sherry and getting the hell out of here. Yeah, who cares about Chris? He's not going to continue the Redfield bloodline anyway. Remember the infamous dog jump scare from the original game? The developers really liked it, so they did it again, but with crows. Things are so bad that there's even a helicopter crash. How did this happen? Zombies can't fly and attack helicopters, right? There's a stupid reason for this. You'll see. We go to the part of the building where the helicopter crashed and hear a lovely, a horrible scream. It came from the other side of the door, but the helicopter is kind of blocking our way, so we need to blow up the wall. In order to do that, we need C4, which we find here, and a detonator, which we find next to Marvin. Hey bro, you're okay? Oh no. Marvin. No, Marvin. We've only known each other for like 2 minutes, but you're the best person I've ever known. He's trying to attack us, so we have to kill him. And no, this isn't racist, IGN. God, they're so stupid. It's sad that he turned into a zombie. It's even sadder when you know he was about to throw Leon a welcome party. That's probably not gonna happen now. We combine the detonator with the C4, and now we can do this cool shit. Claire finds herself in an office. A normal looking office with some animals on the walls and a dead woman on the desk. Wait, what?
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I thought you were another one of those zombies.
Are you Chief Irons?
Yes, that's me. That's the mayor's daughter. I was told to look after her, but I failed miserably. Just look at her. She was a true beauty. Her skin nothing short of perfection. But it will soon putrefy and she will turn into a zombie within the hour like all the others.
There must be some way to stop it.
In a manner of speaking, there is. Either by putting a bullet through her brain, or by decapitating her completely.
Uh-huh. So this is Chief Irons, the shady guy who was arrested for groping women without consent, has a dead lady on his desk. We heard a woman screaming just before entering his office, and he tells me that she died because of the zombies. Even though there's clearly no zombies here. Yeah, he's probably telling the truth.
I'd really like to be alone now.
We keep exploring for now, until we hear footsteps. Who could this be? Oh, it's just the little girl.
Wait!
Let me go!
Easy, easy there! I'm not a zombie! You're safe now.
I wanted to use the clip from Silent Hill 2 where James says,
You snotty little brat!
but no. Sherry is a good kid. She says her mother told her to go to the police station because it wasn't safe to stay at home. But it's not exactly a paradise here either. Also, her parents work at Umbrella. So that's kind of bad. That's not the worst part though.
There's something out there. I don't know what it is, but I saw it. Much larger than any of those zombies. And it's coming after me!
What was that?
That's what I was telling you about! It's here!
Sherry, wait!
Apparently, a spooky monster is specifically after Sherry. So there's another molester here, besides the chief. Speaking of which...
Chief?
He's gone. Sherry is gone. That's not a good sign. He left his little diary behind. Why does everyone have diaries? I had a diary once, but I did not write all of my evil plans there. I wrote it on a piece of toilet paper instead. If you somehow weren't convinced that he was a pretty bad dude, the chief writes about how he has no problem literally killing everyone in town, for no real reason. He also created confusion and tampered with communications. Basically, he ensured that the people of this city were cut out from the outside. Everyone's fucked because of him. On top of that, he killed a bunch of cops and enjoyed watching them die. And of course he killed the mayor's daughter. He let her escape just so he could hunt her down. Yup, he's insane. Wait, if he's hunting down the survivors and he doesn't want anyone to escape, why didn't he shoot Claire? He was literally pointing a gun at her. We find more items and go back to... Holy shit! Fucking lickers! Lick my ass, why don't ya? We find Sherry again, but she runs away. Again. Because she heard her daddy calling her. Don't worry about it, kid. It's okay. He's probably a zombie by now. Wait, that's not comforting. How do you comfort a child?
Daddy must have been attacked by the monsters! I have to help him!
Wait, Sherry, don't go alone! Sherry! Sherry!
Ah, damn it. Great. Now I need to chase after her again. Wait, I'm playing as Sherry? I've never turned into a little girl so suddenly before. I don't like it. She's so little. The dogs are bigger than her. Obviously, she doesn't have any weapons, so all we can do is run away and solve a little box puzzle. Question: if you give a gun to a child in this situation, can you go to prison for that? Hypothetically speaking. I'm asking for a friend.
Yes, you will go to prison, but life is already a prison, so it doesn't matter.
I mean, yeah, but you feeling bad or something? You wanna maybe talk about it? No? Look, you can't say shit like that and then stop talking. Come on, the therapist said that we need to communicate.
There was no therapist. It was all in your head.
I know.
Shut up and keep talking about the game.
How can I talk about it and shut up at the same time?
Just do it!
Okay. Sherry eventually finds a key and throws it to Claire, which we then use to get inside of a autopsy room in a zombie-infested police station. Yeah, okay, I see all of the dead bodies. I'm sure the game will try to scare me in some predictable way. Real cute, guys. That's precious. You think that's enough to scare me? Huh? Maybe try a little creativity next time. Pfft, what a bunch of amateurs. Ah! We find Sherry back at the pervert's office, but more importantly, we find a secret passage behind his desk, because every villain has to have a secret passage, and of course we find a note where it says that he got bribes from Umbrella. Only $10,000? He only got 10 G's to cover up the mansion incident from the first game? That's a ripoff. The note is from William Birkin. He's the scientist that made the G virus, which makes him also not a really good person. There's a small detail I didn't mention. It's not really important, you can take it or leave it, but Sherry's last name is also Birkin. So this dude, the one who developed the G virus and caused all of this, that's her father. I bet you wish you had a father like that. We go down an elevator and here Iron's being injected with something by a big thing with an eye on its hand. That's cool. Resident Evil games really like bosses with big eyes everywhere. Is that like a side effect from these viruses? Is Tien also infected? We find him and he's a bit distressed.
Not bad, girl, but I'm not letting anyone leave my town. Everyone's gonna die.
He's about to kill Claire, but he gets a little stomachache and recreates that scene from the Alien movie. Ah man, this is so sad. I didn't get the chance to kill him myself. He had quite a collection of human skulls. Is that like a normal thing for police station chiefs? Because we're insane, we go after that thing that crawled out of him and it already reached puberty. They grow up so fast, it turns into this handsome creature and makes some children of its own. What a beautiful family. Well, time to kill them all. Just like the rest, more bodies to add to the pile. We might have found a way out, so we go back to get Sherry. Come on Sherry, don't pay attention to the dead fat man on the floor. He's just sleeping and he spilled some ketchup. A lot of ketchup. The way out we found? It's in the sewers, of course, because we all love sewer levels. Okay, it's not so bad. What is bad is that the monster that's after Sherry is here.
Claire?
We run away. Oh, you thought we were done playing as little girls? No, stupid. While Claire was staring at the wall, Sherry fell deeper into the sewer. So we need to play as her again. She probably stinks. Like last time, it's a short segment where we don't have any weapons. We find ourselves at the very butthole of the sewer, where all of the trash is. So of course we fall even deeper and Sherry falls unconscious. Hey, you get away from her. We got rid of one molester. We don't need another one. Claire continues on her own while avoiding big-ass spiders and eventually comes across a science lady. This is a sewer level, but it has the most important plot details.
Who are you? Oh, I see. Another spy sent by Umbrella, right? Let me guess. You're here to steal my husband's G virus, aren't you? You are delicious, I'll give you that.
Husband? Then you must be Annette. Sherry's mother?
What?
Sherry's wandering around alone in the sewers. You have to help me find her.
That's impossible. I told her to go to the police station. What's she doing here? William will be after her.
William?
That's right. The creature that's been causing all this destruction is none other than my own husband.
So remember when Sherry told us that her parents were working for Umbrella? This is Annette, Sherry's mommy. She randomly decides to tell us everything. The creature that was after Sherry, that was her daddy. He was the one who created the virus, but got super duper infected, and apparently, the way his mutation works is different from the other monsters. He instinctively searches for people who have the same DNA as him. That way, he can implant embryos inside of them and the virus can reproduce. because they have the same cells or some shit like that. Basically, the virus likes incest. We get a flashback where we see exactly what happened. He's been cooking, so the DEA, I mean Umbrella's minions, were sent to steal his virus and research. He was getting too ambitious for their liking. They were ordered to just take the virus and leave, but William accidentally drops something, which startles one of the grunts, and he accidentally shoots him.
Sorry, but I won't just hand over my life's work.
Stop! You might hit the sample.
Yeah, real professional. Advanced squad my ass. William doesn't really want to die, because that kind of sucks, so he injects himself directly with his own virus, and gets spooky red eyes. He then starts killing these guys, because why not? They drop all of the samples they took, and the rats spread them across the city. That's how everyone got infected. During their conversation, they hear Sherry scream, so they decide to split up and search for her. We manage to find her first, but there's something in our way. Do you see it? Here, I'll narrow it down for you. Look, do you see it now? Oh, you think it's that giant alligator? Nah, you're tripping. He's dead. No, look closer. Do you see it now? Okay, it's the alligator. I told you Resident Evil games like it when you fight big infected animals. Why is there an alligator here, anyway? Did someone throw him in the trash? It doesn't matter, because we use a gas cylinder to blow his brains out. Sorry, dude. Or do that. Yeah, this is where Resident Evil started having explosive set pieces. It already happened even in the early days of the franchise. We find Cherry and a worm thing crawls out of her. Her papa managed to infect her. She doesn't have much time to live. But don't worry, she won't die. Little kids never get hurt in the games I talk about. Shh, not now. Go away. Get out. We managed to find a sky tram, so we get in. No matter where it takes us, it's probably better than a stinky sewer. Besides the side characters, there's a difference in the weapons you get when you play as either Claire or Leon. Leon can find a flamethrower, which is cool, I mean, hot, while Claire can get a spark gun, which is basically a big electricity gun. It will come in handy real soon, because we go inside of this thing and take a giant elevator to the lower floor. And here's Daddy. You think you're so cool with your fancy transformations, huh? Okay, you're pretty cool. But why are you even here? You already infected your daughter. Leave us alone. Are you just doing it for fun now? I like how his human head is coming back after you deal enough damage to him. It's like he's trying to gain some control back. He's basically dead inside, and I don't mean that in the emo, edgy way. I mean he's literally dead inside, and the virus is just puppeteering his body. We eventually zap his ass, and he dies forever, for all eternity, never to be seen again. We go get Cherry, and head to everyone's favorite Resident Evil location.
Claire? Oh, you're finally awake. Isn't this... That's okay. You keep it. I'm sure it'll keep you safe.
Thank you, Claire. Even though I'm an only child, neither of my parents ever spent much time with me because of their work. I grew up alone, but now that you're with me, I finally have someone to rely upon.
Ah, that's so sweet. Of course you can rely on me. Now stay here all by yourself without any weapons while I go kill more zombies. Okay, we're also searching for a vaccine in order to cure her. Supposedly, we can make one if we find the right equipment. It's quiet. Too quiet. By now, you expect to be attacked by zombies because this is a Resident Evil game, but no, there's no one around. All you hear is your footsteps banging on the metal floor. Then you hear something. Oh, it's just some plant tentacles, like in the last game. Ow! This dead researcher poured some oil before he died, so we use it to burn the tentacles. We're not going to trust any plants after the last game, except for the plants that restore our health. That's some good weed, herbs.
Blue, yellow, pink, whatever, man, just keep bringing me that.
Just when you think you're safe, boom, 10,000 zombies. They're naked, just like in the first game. Why are they always naked in the lab? What kind of nutty experiments were they doing?
Dirty fireworks.
If you liked the plant tentacles, you will love them when they have legs. They're probably my least favorite enemy. They can spit on you and give you a really painful hug, which can poison you. We run into Annette again, and she's kind of pissed that we killed her husband, even though he turned into a disgusting monster and basically impregnated his own daughter. Did she really want him back looking like this? Yes. Well, lucky for her, he shows up to give her a big spanking. What, you thought he was dead? Nah, he's really persistent.
William, you're alive.
We run after her, but she's kind of dying. Claire asks her what she needs to do to save Sherry. In her final moments, Annette finally acts like a proper mother and gives her detailed instructions on how to create a vaccine for the apocalyptic virus her husband created.
Save my daughter. And tell her I'm sorry I wasn't a better mother. Tell her I love her. Sherry.
Well, that's kind of sad. Maybe she needs a proper burial.
The self-destruct sequence has been activated. Repeat, the self-destruct sequence has been activated. This sequence may not be aborted. All employees proceed to the emergency car at the bottom platform.
Never mind, she can stay here. Like in most Resident Evil games, there's a self-destruct sequence. I'm not even sure who activated it. It wasn't us. Maybe Annette? We need to make a vaccine and get out of here before everything blows up. Somehow. Remember when this was about finding her brother? We see Leon on the monitors. He also managed to arrive here. Claire asks him to pretty please go get Sherry while she goes and makes the vaccine. It's pretty easy actually. You just need to take this item, put it inside of this machine, wait for the green light, take the base vaccine, run all the way to the other side of this facility, go here, put it in this machine, press the switch, wait until it turns bluish green, or whatever this color is, and voila, you've just created a vaccine. Did you get all of that? Did you write it down? Good, cause it's going to be on the test. We're about to finally leave this place, but uh-oh, we've only got 5 minutes left. What are we going to do? Oh no. Okay, stop panicking. We still have enough time too. Ah, come on! He's really persistent, isn't he? With a lot of transformations. I hope it doesn't become a trend in the sequel. Wink wink. Anyway, he mutates even further and turns into some kind of monster dog creature with a really big mouth. And the music goes insane. He can bite and throw us around. He can leap across the arena and close the distance fast. So we do what we always do in these games. We shoot him until he dies. Again. fuck off already. You're never gonna win the Best Dead award, but you will win the Best Dead award because you're dead now, right? Yeah, he's dead for realsies this time. Claire manages to use the elevator. With less than 2 minutes left, she finally reunites with the red-headed Leon. Why is Leon injured? He has bandages. It doesn't matter. Claire finds an opening and jumps inside the train before everything explodes. Sherry is unconscious, but Claire gives her the antidote. She wakes up and Leon's excitement makes me laugh.
Claire? Where am I?
It worked!
Oh, Sherry, you're gonna be okay.
Thanks, Claire.
It's over.
No. I have to find my brother.
You're right. This is just the beginning.
Boy, she changed his mind real fast. He was so sure that it's over. But it's just the beginning.
It's over. This is just the beginning. It's over. This is just the beginning. It's over. This is just the beginning.
No.
It worked!
I'm glad she remembered that she has a brother. Her search for him will lead her to a new adventure in a different, weird game.
Shut up! I don't want to talk about it!
You might have noticed the lack of a rocket launcher kill on the final boss, which is usually how these games end. That's because it's not over yet. We can play as Leon now. Surprise! Okay, so I'm not gonna go in depth with this like I did with Claire. I'm gonna give you the slippery cheat shit. In the B scenario, you start on the other side of the file, and you don't go to the gun store.
Who are you? Ooh.
You also get early access to advanced locations. Some of the puzzles are exactly the same, but the amount of enemies here is way higher. I was actually barely scraping by. Who's here for their shotgun appointment? Next. 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 Oh, are you two together? Okay, here you go. Next. If we choose to play as Leon from the start, then the main story will be pretty much the same. Some of the characters and weapons will be different, but the progression of the levels will be very similar. But the B scenario is a bonus campaign that takes place at the same time, where you get to see what the other character was doing. At least that's the idea. It's kind of similar to how it works in Alone in the Dark: The New Nightmare. That game probably stole the idea from here. It's not consistent though. For example, Leon can also turn on the water and make the helicopter take a shower, even though Claire also does that, so there shouldn't be any fire here. Or how if Leon drops down this ladder, it won't be down for Claire, and vice versa. So it doesn't make total sense. Speaking of the helicopter, we get to see the backstory behind that shit show.
Hey! Get over here! Hurry!
I can't set her down. I'll drop you a rope ladder. Grab onto it.
Come on. Just a little more. Get off me! Stay back! Don't come any closer! Stay back!
How can this happen? This dude can't shoot two zombies in front of him? He misses almost every shot, but he nails the pilot from that distance, and then the helicopter crashes on top of him. Embarrassing. Oh, and about Mr. X? I lied. we do get to see him. Surprise! He's dropped in like he's the Terminator or something. You shouldn't really fight him. You should run away. At least he got rid of the crows. There's a bunch of concept art made about him. He has some kind of laser gun in some of them, and in one of them he looks like this. We all like to meme about it, but this is significant. This is the first time in the franchise where we got a stalker enemy, which is something we still get in the newer Resident Evil games. This hairless killing machine was responsible for starting that whole trend. Everything I told you, all of this happens in the first 5 minutes of the game, by the way. While Claire was heading to the police station and talking to Marvin, Leon was running away from 2 lickers and a bald bodybuilder. You'll see him multiple times during your playthrough. He will always try to jumpscare you. Wait, his name is Mr. X. Can I call him Mr. Twitter? Whew, that was unexpected. At least he can't hurt me now. There's another cool thing about this campaign. A choice you made with Claire can affect Leon. I skipped this, but when we played as her, we had a choice between 2 items. An inventory enhancer, which gives you 2 more inventory slots, or a submachine gun. Why is that a choice, you ask? Why not be a greedy asshole and take both? Because, my sweet child, if you do that, there will be nothing for the red-headed Leon. The item you don't choose stays in the locker for Leon to pick up later, which in my case was the submachine gun. Okay, enough with the technical shit. What about the story? Eventually, Leon finds Sherry. For like 2 seconds. We get to see how it happened.
Hey! Wait!
Why is she running away? Does Leon really look like a zombie? That's kind of insulting. Unless you're into zombies. I'm not judging. He then meets Claire, and the cutscene plays out the same as before.
What's going on with that radio?
Also, remember Ada? Yeah, I lied about her too. We do get to meet her.
Well, if it isn't the bitch in the red dress.
Sorry about that. When I saw the uniform, I thought you were another zombie.
Who are you?
Ada Wong.
And what are you doing here?
This is just the beginning.
In the first game, we found a note from John. He was an umbrella scientist and was madly in love with her. Basically, he was a simp. He thought she was just a normal woman, but she was actually a spy, sent by an agency called The Agency. Yeah, really creative. She pretended to be his girlfriend so she could steal data about their viruses, and now she's here to do the same thing.
Too bad.
She also likes to jump down like some kind of superhero. We learn all of that from Annette. She somehow knows. Leon is like, no way dude, I know her. She's like my soulmate. She would never do that.
That's a lie. That can't be. I know her. Ada wouldn't do something like that.
You're so gullible.
Women.
Dude, you knew her for like 2 hours. Chill. She also tries to shoot Ada, but Leon saves her, because he's also a simp. That's why we saw him injured at the end of the game. But wait, when we saw him on the monitors, he didn't have any bandages, and that was after Annette already died. So she couldn't possibly shoot him, but he still had bandages at the end. It doesn't make sense. Inconsistency, sloppy, poop game. There's a small section where we play as Ada. We basically do the same things that Sherry did, but now we have a gun. By the way, just because Leon needs to deal with Mr. Twitter doesn't mean that he won't encounter Birkin. What's cool about these encounters is that you don't get the same fights you had with Claire. You fight him mid-transformations. You still just shoot him until you win, but now he has different moves. He can beat you to death with his big pipe. But then he decides to fall down. Those moments when you have Ada by your side? savor these moments. Because holy shit, she can take care of all of the zombies by herself. You don't need to waste any ammo. Look at this. I always wanted a female gun with legs. Eventually, Leon and Ada also take the Skytram down to the lab. But on the way, Ada is injured by Birkin. Up until now, she was very cold and distant. But now she decides to show some humanity and compassion and tells Leon to leave her behind. But Leon is a massive simp. I mean, he's a good person, so he wants to find something to treat her injuries.
I know I've only known you for a short period of time, but I really enjoy being with you. I know I'm not capable of caring about anyone, but I don't want to lose you.
We're leaving this place together. Wait here for me. I'll be right back.
Leon encounters Annette again, and the conversation becomes awkward when she's about to shoot him, but it's okay. Mr. X shows up to break the ice and to break our bones, so of course we run away. But he shows up again. He must really like me, but I prefer women.
Run!
Ada! Ada!
That was badass.
Leon, please, escape.
No. We're a team. I can't just leave you behind.
I'm just a woman who fell in love with you. Nothing more.
See? That's all it takes to get a girlfriend. Just take a bullet for her and she'll fall in love with you and save your life from a giant bioweapon monster. Also, Leon gets cucked by death because she dies here and we will never see her again. So sad. This scene kind of reminds me of something.
I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light!
Leon goes back to get Sherry and brings her to a train. This is the train we saw at the end of the game. Everything is about to blow up and he shows up for the final time. And he's on fire. Listen to this epic music. This is climactic. After burning him even further, a super secret and mysterious figure shows up and throws Leon a
rocket launcher.
Ada, is that you? Ada!
Stop simping, bitch, is probably what Mr. X is thinking. Don't tell me what to do. Yes, I am a simp. I'm a simp for beautiful Asian women, and I'm damn proud of it. Bitch.
Game over.
Don't mess with my Asian woman. Leon kills the remaining zombies and opens the gate for the train. He operates the train and we get the same cutscene as before. Claire shows up and jumps inside. Everything blows up. They save Sherry.
It worked!
And finally, it's over. But we get one last surprise.
Goodbye, Ada.
It's not over yet. There's one last problem left. We find out that even the train can self-destruct. Everything can explode in this game. But why is this happening? Remember William Birkin? Yeah, Claire didn't kill him. He survived, and he really wants to see his daughter. He mutated for the final time, and he has a lot of eyes. But it's okay, we still have the rocket launcher. It kills everything in one hit, right? So it's a piece of cake. Oh, he's not dead yet. Shit. The real final boss begins, and now we need to... Oh, okay, now he's dead. For real, for real. Now we get the actual, real ending. So apparently, he's still not dead, but then they get off the train, it explodes, and now he's finally dead. Actually dead. For real. At least until we get to the remake.
So, it's finally over. Sherry, you look terrible.
No worse than you, Claire.
Come on, time to leave.
Now? What's wrong? Is something following us?
We have to go. We don't have any time to waste.
Go? Where?
Hey, it's up to us to take out Umbrella.
Having Leon be the one to say it makes it funny, because he's literally the only one who's not going to do anything about Umbrella. Claire and Chris will, and some other people, but I do love how it suddenly cuts to this kick-ass music. There's another campaign, sort of, it's called The Fourth Survivor, where you play as the fourth survivor. We saw Ada die, Leon, Claire and Sherry survived, but also this guy. His name is Hank, and he was part of the team sent to secure the G-Virus. Now he needs to get out.
Alpha team here. Mission accomplished. Roger. We'll rendezvous at the meeting point.
Help! Help me! Help!
There's no saves, there's no item boxes, no nothing. You just have to do it in one go, which is not an easy task, because the enemy count is insane. This just shows you how much of a badass this Wolf Brigade is. It's pretty fun. There's another campaign where you play as a tofu. Yep. Resident Evil 2 was a big step in the franchise. It was bigger, more explosive, more cinematic. No longer was it the cute little game with the funny voice acting, which by itself was already really good. The game, not the voice acting. There's always debates over which game is the best out of the original trilogy. It changes from person to person because there's a lot to love in all of them. If you like silliness, then you will prefer the first one. If you like the branching paths and the more serious story, then you will go with the second one. And if you like to run away from big scary monsters with tentacles, then, I don't know, you need some help. Weirdo, this is an important point for all of these characters. In a way, this story continues throughout multiple different games in the franchise. In Code Veronica, Claire will actually be looking for Chris.
Shut up!
And in RE4, Leon becomes a government agent and finally dyes his hair. But there's still one more survivor left. She's the original Master of Unblocking, and she almost turned into a sandwich. Next up is Resident Evil 3. Thanks for watching. Do all of the YouTube stuff that YouTube wants you to do. So, do you think Mr. X would be good at sports? I mean, I don't care about sports at all, but he could easily win in football or something. Actually no, he moves kind of slow. Maybe boxing will be better for him. He does like to hit things. Maybe he has anger issues.
Let me in! Let me in! worked!